guys, in the newest Christmas event, we've seen some of the highest quality items we've seen to date. But of course, in the making of all these items, they didn't actually look this way to begin with. But what's really cool is that IDontHaveAUse showed us what these items could have looked like before they got redesigned. IDontHaveAUse showed us some beta designs of all the godlies and ancients we've seen in this event, including the unreleased Christmas tree knife and even a brand new godly gun that we don't see in the event either. So I still want to show you guys that today. So if you guys are excited, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it. So we're on IDontHaveAUse's Twitter thread talking about all of the items he made, starting with the 2022 ice set. We can see all of them down here, as well as all of these godlies, and he even gave us some very cool knife and gun skins. All these look extremely cool, especially this one. This one's my favorite one. Let me know if this should come into the game or not. But the last set of images he showed off are concept art and alternative versions of skins, and we have 4 different images to talk about. The first one being these alternative versions of the Ice Crusher Ancient. As you can see, the one on the right looks the closest to the one we see in game, but the other two look a little bit different. I feel like the most obvious part is that they don't actually have the skull in the middle, and instead they have a gem through it. I feel like the one on the left doesn't even look anything like the Icebreaker set, but the more we go, it gets closer and closer to the Icebreaker set. I feel like Nicholas wanted these items to be part of the ice set, which is why they look sort of similar to Icebreaker and Ice Blaster. But honestly, seeing something like this in the game that looks nothing like Icebreaker, that'd be super cool. Be sure to let me know if you'd like to see any of these alternative versions in the game. He also showed us some beta designs of the Ice Piercer as well. I feel like the one on the right again looks like the one we know the most, but it looks like there's gonna be a version with even more ice around it, with some ice going under the arrow, which would be super cool, and even some ice on the bow as well, which would be really cool. It seemed that there was also gonna be a version with not that much ice on it at all. As you can see, it just kind of looks like a normal crossbow. It doesn't look like that much ice, except a little bit on the bottom and the bow. Again, be sure to let me know if you'd like to see any of these versions of Ice Piercer in the game. And then this one, we sort of struck the gold mine with a lot of these. So we see some beta versions of the rest of the godly knives, with different versions of the Cookie Cane, Ice Crusher Godly, and even the Christmas Tree Godly even has beta form. This Cookie Cane sort of looks like the one we know in game, but it's really cool how there's some alternate versions that don't even look like Cookie. Like, you look at the one on the right and there's like nothing Cookie related, as well as the one on the left. So it seems like there was originally going to be only a candy cane theme on this godly instead of having like a cookie theme. And then you can also see this beta version of the Ice Crusher, which looks almost nothing like how we see it in game, because of course in game the whole blade is covered in ice, but this beta version only the top is covered in ice and has a whole design in the middle. Honestly, this might be cooler than the godly we see in game. Please let me know in the comments if you'd rather see this. I feel like this looks like it wouldn't even be part of an Ice Crusher Evo. Like, maybe originally this wasn't part of an Evo and it was its own item. I'm not too sure. Let me know what you guys think about that. Of course, this looks like the current version of the Christmas Tree Godly, but we also have this beta version as well with like no ornaments on it, and the bottom has a much more wooden theme with no star in the middle, which does look super cool as well. Again, I'd love to see the Christmas Tree Godly in game, but unfortunately it's not in the game as of right now. In the last image, we have the Ginger Mint, but also a brand new godly we don't see in the game. These Ginger Mint concepts look very interesting, because on this part of the gun, like the nose of the gun looks extremely small here, which is very odd to say the least. I see why this one didn't come in the game. This would look very weird, but it looked very unique as well. But then we see this godly gun, which is not even in the game. So it seems there was another godly gun that was planned but was scrapped as well, and it seems like it didn't even get to the 3D modeling stages. I think this would be a gun version of the Ice Crusher Godly, because again, it looks like that godly was not meant to be part of an Evo. So the godly could have been its own standalone item with this as a set for it, but once it became an Evo, this one ended up getting scrapped. But bro, I would love to see this in the game. I don't really know how you'd be able to obtain this if it was in the game, but this is like an ice pistol, it looks like. We don't really have much pistols in Murder Mystery 2, so I would like to see this in the game. And I feel like a lot of people like this as well. Be sure to let me know if you'd like to see this godly gun in the game. Okay, that is all the beta designs that IDontHaveAUse did end up showing us. Those look very cool, and let me know if you like any of the beta designs more than the official godlies we see in game. So I'm not gonna lie, I really like the beta version of the Ice Crusher Godly, and I would love to see that in the game, as well as the Ice Crusher Ancient as well. So they look very similar to the Icebreaker set. At least the Ancient looked very similar to how Icebreaker looks like. So it'd be cool to make them stand out a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? And also, let me know if you'd like to see IDontHaveAUse show more beta godlies in future updates. And this is the first time that IDontHaveAUse ever showed us like concepts publicly to us. So I think it'd be really cool if we started doing this in more future updates. But yeah, guys, that's about it to this video. So I'm gonna end off here. So one more time, goodbye.